वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी. So continuing with the discussion on parents, children and parents, especially parents when children have come to Krishna consciousness and parents have not yet adopted that, taken it up. So how to deal with them? So going to the scriptures, wonderful stories are there. Dhruv Maharaj, like Prahlad Maharaj, we discussed yesterday that his father wanted to kill him actually for being a devotee. But Prahlad Maharaj still was very respectful towards his father. In fact, he called his father Asura Varya. Asura Varya means the best of the Asuras. Because his father knew, I'm an Asura. And if somebody tells him you're the best of the Asuras, he was feeling very good. He was very proud of it. But obviously, even Hiranyakashipu did not like when Prahlad Maharaj boldly told him that what did I learn in the school was devotional service to Vishnu is the best thing to do. It wasn't devotional service he was against. He was against Vishnu because he thought Lord Vishnu is his enemy. That's why he was against that. So anyway, we know the story, rest of the story, and there are so many stories like of Narad Muni. He was a little baby, a little boy, attached to mother, but because of mercy of the sadhus, he got the knowledge, and then Krishna removed the last obstacle, his mother, and then he devoted his entire life in service of Krishna. Of course, many times we feel, oh, why can't our life be so simple? Why can't we just devote our life? Four Kumaras, Brahmaji's first sons, they just refused. Brahmaji told them to create progeny. They refused. And they said, we're not going to get married. And they went away for realization, self-realization, for austerity, for everything else. So sometimes devotees feel like, why can't we have that kind of freedom? But again, we cannot compare ourselves with either four Kumaras or Narad Muni. That's why we are not having that kind of freedom. And moreover, like we discussed yesterday, whenever time is right, whenever we are matured enough and we have strong desire, Krishna will certainly make all the arrangements for us to go, leave everything and go. But till then, or even if we end up joining the temple full time at maybe at any stage, there is always a necessity to respect our parents, always to serve them, to love them, to respect them, always. Even, of course, there is a verse in Bhagavatam, Devarshi Bhutaptananam Vitrinam, means one who has become a devotee, he has no obligation, he is not indebted to anybody, whether it is demigods, whether it is sages, whether it is Mother Earth, whether it is parents, he is not indebted to anybody because Krishna will take care of all the debts. Krishna says, Sarvadharman Parityaja Mam Ekam Sharnam Raja. Abandon all kinds of religion, duties, just surrender to me and I'll deliver you from all kinds of sins. True, scriptures are not wrong, Krishna is not wrong. There's no doubt about it. But there's a big problem. Have we gone to that extent of pure devotional service? Have we reached that extent of surrender unto Krishna? If yes, then we are not obligated to anybody. But even then, even if we have achieved that kind of level of realization, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that as a matter of setting an example for the common public, I still follow the rules. Yadyadacharti Shveshtas Tattate Vetarjana. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself Even if you look at all the incarnations, Mahaprabhu himself, he went to Gaya to do Shraddh for his father. And after he took sannyas, of course, he took sannyas because he wanted to preach. And there were so many people, they were committing offenses against him when he was not a sannyasi. And he said, they will go to hell if they deal with me like this. So better I take sannyas. So at least they will respect me. But even after taking sannyas, he begged from Shachi Mata, he begged forgiveness from Mother Shachi. And then he asked her, what is your order? Where should I go? Mother Shachi told him, go to Jagannath Puri, do not go to Vrindavan, because if you are in Jagannath Puri, I'll get your news. Because devotees from Bengal, they keep on traveling to Jagannath Puri. So Mahaprabhu stayed in Jagannath Puri because it was his mother's order. Of course, internal reason is different, but he stayed in Jagannath Puri because it was Shachi Mata's order. Krishna Balaram, of course, when they were born, when Krishna was born, he asked his father to take him to Gokul. But after 11 years, they came back and to kill Kansa, to get the parents released from the prison house. And at that time, when Krishna bowed down to Mother Devaki and Vasudeva, there's a beautiful dialogue where Krishna says to Devaki that, oh, I am sorry, I feel bad because I could not fulfill my duties of a son, that you had to spend so many years in the prison house. I could not kill Kansa for so many years. And over there, Krishna says if once somebody is capable of, he should serve his parents properly. He clearly says that over there. Maybe one day we will take up that dialogue, what Krishna says exactly, it's written in Bhagavatam. Lord Ramchandra, following the order of his father, Darshat Maharaj, he went to exile. So every incarnation, every time, they have showed how to respect the parents. What's the position of parents in our lives? What happens in these days when we come into Krishna consciousness, when we have taken up chanting and given up sinful habits, taken up the association of devotees, studies of scriptures, of course we get more knowledge, a more scriptural knowledge. We have a better goal in our mind. So when it comes to dealing with parent, we start thinking, oh, they are Maya. And many times we get preached like that also. That's a problem. And when we look up to somebody who's an authority, who's my counselor, and he's saying, do not listen to parent, they are Maya, they are this, they are that, then obviously we become like that. But this is where the problem starts. What is exactly, if we, I mean, there's so many parents also in the class, and I wish the class was more, we were meeting personally, then could have discussed more. If we put ourselves in the shoes of our parents, what exactly do they want from us? Let's not think from our perspective. Let's think from their point of view. What exactly they can desire from us? First of all they want is my son or my daughter, he or she should not get into any bad association and bad company. ISKCON, maybe from that movie with Devanand produced, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, frankly, my parents, they still have that notion that in ISKCON they smoke ganja. They're all hippies. So, okay, whatever ISKCON does, whatever other devotees do, they don't care. All they want, their son should not get into any bad company. He should not do anything illegal, immoral. That's the first concern of the parents. And there's nothing wrong with that. They have seen They have so much of experience. They have seen so many people. They have seen so many societies. They have seen so many so-called gurus in their lives. So they have had bad experiences. So what if they are concerned about their son or a daughter? Nothing wrong with that. Of course, we should not go try to tell them in a thinking that holier than thou attitude, with that like I am better than you, so I know better than. We have to address their concern in a very mature, responsible manner. That will calm them down at least. And you show them by your we show them by your behavior that I don't do all these things. I don't even take tea or coffee. Second, their second concern, oh, this boy has left his job, has left college education. Obviously, every parent, in America, it's a different culture. In India, every parent, they spend so much money on their son's education. In America, basically, they just take loan from the bank and do their studies. But still, the parents are concerned here also. But we are talking from Indian parents' perspective. So they spend so much money, they spend so much of time, valuable time. I know how Archana Mataji was running around for her daughter's admission in different colleges. Despite her, arthritis, and she was undergoing all this problem, but she was still running around. And I know when I went to college how my father ran around with me. So they are worried about the kid's future. That's all. It's not that they're expecting lots of money from the kid. It's just they're worried about his future. So there's nothing wrong. If the parents want, and it is actually practical also. A person, a brahmachari, if he wants to join the temple, he should finish his education. And he should have 1 or 2 years of experience before joining full time in the temple. At least he should have something to fall back on. And this is the concern of the parents. There's nothing wrong. And another concern, if he doesn't have money, who will take care of him? If he doesn't have a family, if he doesn't have a wife, who will take care of him when he gets old? Because they have seen life. They have seen the society, not maybe ISKCON society, but they have seen the society in general. So, so from their perspective, they're not at all wrong. So the devotee should be mature enough when he is trying to handle the situation, trying to convince the parents, one should be very mature, very responsible. And moreover, whenever we meet our parents, there's nothing wrong. Nowhere in the scriptures it says one cannot give a hug to his mother, or mother cannot hug his son or daughter. There's nowhere in the scriptures it says it's mother's right. But devotees get very adamant. They get very fanatic about it, and that's where the problems start. And also, just like, I mean, it is being recorded, it's okay. When I go to my parents' house, my house, I mean, now my parents, it's my house. Whenever I go meet them, okay, mother has to sit down and she has to talk about each and every relative. Fine. You say you go to first floor and it's gossiping. And what do you go home? And I hear about each and every relative, each and every neighbor on the street and next street and other next street. I practically I don't even know their faces, but I sit down and listen. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong. I mean, I'm not going to do anything. I don't even know them, but it's okay. She feels good after she talks to me about all this. That's okay. She is watching her favorite TV show. I sit down with her and watch the show. Of course, that time I cannot change the channel to do anything because then she'll beat me up, but that's a different story. But that's okay. There's nothing wrong. We become very fanatic about it. Calling her up, calling parents up once in a while, there's nothing wrong. They know more than us. They definitely know more than us. We might know some scriptures, we might know some shlokas, but they have much more experience, much more knowledge, much more realizations than we do. It's simple as that. So we have to respect. And moreover, without having a compassionate, simple, humble heart, loving, caring heart for our parents who have given us birth, how in the world we can expect to have love for Krishna? And moreover, suppose one devotee from a family, one boy from a family, he has become a wonderful devotee, wonderful brahmachari, and he's preaching, and he's become very good leader in ISKCON, and wonderful devotee. Everything is very nice about him. Now the question is, do we get jasmine flowers on a tree of marigold? No. We get jasmine flowers on a tree of jasmine plant. So if the boy or daughter, girl has become a devotee and is showing the symptoms of a devotee, means the parents are already devotees. That's why this soul was born in that house. There's no other way. Maybe the parents are practicing it in this life or not, hardly matters. Because they have this devotee son, a son who's born and he has shown the symptoms of a devotee, means the parents were devotee already. They have done it in the previous lifetimes. Due to some desire, they are showing it now or they're not showing it, that's a different story. So devotee has to understand that. And moreover, it's his duty, it's his responsibility to at least make them favorable, if not devotees, at least make the parents favorable. Not by knowledge, not by preaching, it cannot work in at home. By one's own example only he can preach to them. So that example, and that example not only for the parents, for the neighbors, for the relatives, that example, setting of example is very good preaching actually. It's the best preaching. So we have to, I mean, even if not for nothing else, even if we think we are very much obligated to Srila Prabhupada for showing us a beautiful path. So this obligation also goes to the extent that we have to behave properly with our parents, with our relatives, with our neighbors, with everybody in general, but especially with our parents and relatives. Even they are not chanting or doing, or maybe they're doing everything else, everything against us. Everything that goes against the principles of bhakti. Maybe they're doing that, but still we have to respect. And moreover, if we um, remain humble, of course, strict in our regulations, following our principles, yes, we should be strict, but in front of them or with them, very congenial, very humble, very simple. This will make their heart melt. This will, at least if nothing else, they like like when I had quit, I got initiated in USA. I quit eating onion garlic also. So after that, first time I went home, and mother asked me. So I said, no, I cannot eat onion garlic. It's I didn't say, oh, you're demons, that's why you're eating onion garlic, or it's equivalent to eating cow's flesh or whatever. I didn't even say I will not eat at home if you cook onion and garlic here. All I said, sir, was I cannot eat onion garlic. That's all. And since that day, they also quit onion and garlic. They didn't eat. because I was at home for one week and they like the food without onion garlic. They say it's better, so we don't have to eat it. So it was so simple. It became simple like that because I didn't become so adamant. So dealing with parents, it is difficult when one is trying to make progress and parents are not in that line. But at the same time, it's a challenge. It's a responsibility given to us by Krishna. So we have to take it up seriously and in a humble way we can try. And as I said, by a caring nature, by a responsible nature, by a humble behavior, we can we can at least make them favorable. If not, would not take up chanting and everything. And their only thing they have in their heart is concern about the son's welfare, his future, his financial welfare, his physical welfare, emotional welfare. That's all they care about. Nothing else. Nothing else matters to them. And in fact, you are a father, Pramod Prabhu. So even if your kids grow up, even if Pucci becomes 50 years old, you will still call him Pucci and you will still remember his childhood days only. It's going to happen like that. And you'll treat him like that, even if he is 50 years old. So the parents are like that. You cannot change that. This state of parents is all over the world. It's the same. It hasn't changed even in America, or you go to any part of the world. Parents will remain like that. So all they remember the childhood. They only remember that part, and they just treat you like a baby. That's okay. This is their right. So so we should not get agitated, and uh, and we should just respect them for the love they have shown to us, for the caring, for the upbringing they have given to us. Respect them. That's all. Any questions or comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much for again telling us but parents in a better position than the children, and they are, let's say, they were financially well off. They say we don't need our children, we are not dependent on them, and so they behave in a certain controlling manner even after they are very old. So they
I'm
feel,
losing you.
there is no. Okay. I said there are some parents who are very controlling even in their old age. Also, they may have that affection for their children, but when the children probably they are not respecting them as much, they start demanding respect, and that is when the children don't feel like respecting them. So in these situations, difficult situation, what to do in this situation? Like when parents are not respecting them or their views, so they all want and
I I think
viewpoints.
your internet connection is not that good. I'll I got only like 30% of what you said. So what I gathered is if the
Okay,
parents are demanding or controlling, and then what a person should do, right?
right, bro.
Well, one thing is we have to still respect them, and but at the same time we cannot lose our principles. So, so we can pray to Krishna to give us right intelligence of how to deal with that situation. Because every situation will be different. Every person is different. Every way of dealing or handling that person will be different.
And Prabhuji, tell me if kind of, for instance, I have kids at home, and we celebrate their birthdays, we celebrate festivals, everything. So occasionally, what pops up as party ho rahi hai, to songs and all those things. Of course, Madhava's rock band is there for a rescue, but at times, kya hota, we become too much kind of fanatic, and we kind of think of कि यार आजकल के Bollywood rap songs ये सब party वार्टी में मत चलाओ. So I know, in fact, what taking cue from what Radha Prabhuji said, at times we also become demanding on our kids, simply for the fear that it might erode into my kind of thought process, etc. So how best to come out of it? And is it kind of going to affect the way we think afterwards, after party is over, etc.? Is it okay to kind of play those musics once in a while? How do we handle it, Prabhuji? Thank you for enlightening me.
See, there was a family in Ludhiana, very wonderful devotees, husband, wife, one son. So when I was in Ludhiana, 2007 through 9, that family and another family and the other family had two sons, and all the three kids were very good friends of each other. And they would just every 15 days or once a month, they would pick up their cars and go to Vrindavan, do Govardhan Parikrama, spend one nice weekend there and come back. It was wonderful, and kids were little at that time. So when the kids were growing up, because I was still in touch with them, although I had left Ludhiana, but I would go once in a while. I was in touch with them, and then they were still continuing with that practice. And once I asked one Mataji, I said, Mataji, it's wonderful. You go to Vrindavan, Govardhan Parikrama, it's wonderful. I said, now your son is growing up. Why don't you ask him once where he wants to go for vacation? She was like, no, we are only going to go to Vrindavan. He loves in Vrindavan. He loves to go to Govardhan. I said, that's okay. Why don't you ask him? And she asked him. And he said, Mom, can we go to Srinagar? Because of course, he loved Vrindavan. He's an initiated devotee now. Well, that's not a problem. But he got bored of going to Govardhan over and over again. His parents loved it because their age was like that, so they could go. But he didn't want to go. He wanted to go to Srinagar instead. So they took him, which was nice of them. So many times, like Radha Prabhu saying, as parent, we also want to impose our likings on our kids. Why don't you ask your kids, what do they want? You don't say you want to do Madhvas or Bollywood music. Whatever the kids want, let the kids decide. It's their day. It's their birthday. Let them have fun on one day of the year, whatever they want.
So true, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for that. Archana Mataji is getting bored, it seems. The video screen.
No, I think
I'm
her
telling
mic is on. Her mic is on. She wants to say something. Mata, please go ahead.
As a mother, I know she must be having lots of insight to share, Mataji. Over to you.
I keep sharing with Prabhuji. Just wanted to know few things. Prabhuji, how come in a family like that? See, I'll give my example only. I have two daughters, and the elder one is not at all interested in bhakti at all. She is, matlab, she knows that, हाँ जी, I believe in God, but I cannot do puja and आरती and this and that, अगरबत्ती जलाओ, धूप जलाओ and बैठ करके पूजा करो. She said, no, I believe in God and that's all. बस मेरी इतनी ही भक्ति है. Younger one, she is interested in reading Gita and पूजा पाठ सब कुछ करना चाहती है. So I just keep thinking on it कि दोनों मेरे ही बच्चे हैं. How come they are two different character at all? They don't match either. It's like East Pole and North Pole kind of a thing, South Pole and North. How is it like?
Well,
I don't
Ravan and
understand. Like
Vibhishan,
the
Ravan and Vibhishan were real brothers. Of course, we are not comparing the girls
no,
with Ravan and Vibhishan, just giving an
definitely.
example.
Example, I understand.
That's all. It's every kid is
Same.
different. Every soul is different. They are on their own level on the path of Krishna consciousness or the path of realization. Everybody is on a different level. So we
Prabhuji,
just respect them for whatever they are. Of course, we have to give the right knowledge, right perspective, but we still have to respect them.
I keep thinking of it. Like same khana kha rahe hain, same jagah, same schooling, same everything. I know teachers was also same. The elder one ke teachers was younger one and all that. How come they both have a different? Exactly.
Every soul is different, Mata. Their sanskar is different. Their past lives are different. Everything is different. So don't worry. Both the kids are good. That's all.
I'm
like
glad
some.
that I'm
Just
blessed
a
with it.
second, Vinay. Just a second, Vinay Prabhu. Just like somewhere it is said, before becoming Krishna conscious, we have to become conscious. Actually,
Yes. That's right.
before becoming devotees, we have to become human beings first. So at least we develop those qualities.
With your association, Prabhuji, I'm really improving myself. I'm not trying to improve others. I'm really improving myself.
Well, I'm also improving in your.
Seriously. Thank you, Prabhuji, for a good association. And the second one, I just wanted to know that can we have a class like children with the age of like teenagers, like from 12 to 18 or 20 or 22 years old, so that we know how to deal with the kids. We get the classes and we do get understand and we try to improve. Then the children should also understand that what the parents are, how should they behave, because they are growing and because they don't listen to parents. This is for sure.
I think we have wonderful mothers here. Shashwati Mata, Varnam Mata, they're all there. Pooja Sadev Mataji is there. I think they can conduct these classes.
Okay.
Online, it's going to be very difficult. It
Very
has to be in person. Yes, Vinay Prabhu, Haribol, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I was just about to add one thing what Archana Mataji just said. I had the same issue. Okay, in my house, we are 3 siblings, 1 daughter, 2 brothers. And my younger brother was complete atheist. Okay, because probably, I don't know, because of the effect of he was studied in Catholic school and all. He was not at all. My dad was always, because we come from a Brahmin family, so morning puja was every day culture, like on a daily basis, it's a routine. And what happened was he was very atheist, but I don't know how exactly what Archana Mata says, कि he was not at all believing it. He was not even, जब भी हम उसको बोलते थे कि just go ahead with, just at least हनुमान चालीसा तो कर लो. That was a basic thing, you do it in the morning. वो भी वो reluctant था. He said कि अच्छा भगवान को मेरे ऊपर, if he wants to keep mercy on me, he'll do like that. मंदिर क्या जाना, मंदिर तो घर में ही है, all those things. And right now, he's completely changed. He's transformed now. He goes to temple और हाथ भी वहाँ पे जोड़ता है and he does everything. So मेरे को ऐसा लगता है अर्चना माता जी, I think she will change once, like थोड़ा time और देना पड़ेगा, but she will gradually she'll change after some time. कुछ ऐसा होगा, कुछ events होंगे जिसकी वजह से she'll be more inclined towards
she does everything. वो जबरदस्ती like जाओ पूजा करके नाश्ता करने आए हो, पूजा कर ली, ओहो भूल गई, अच्छा she goes and do it, but not with that, it's like जबरदस्ती करना.
That's okay, no problem.
मंदिर जा रही है तो अच्छा हाथ तो जोड़ो, हाँ ठीक है ओके जोड़ दिया, चलो वो करो, हाँ कर लिया, like पीछे वो अपने आप से नहीं रियलाइज होता.
It's okay. It's okay.
Plus Prabhuji, Vinay Prabhuji to is from Ayodhya Dham. Your brother is also from Ayodhya Dham. So
Prabhuji, I'll tell you,
you guys are exceptional. We have our own fears. Like Archana Mataji and I also have the same fears.
Mohanty Prabhu, you're from Jagannath Puri Dham.
Absolutely.
I'm not from any dham, Prabhuji. I'm from Delhi dham.
Hastinapur.
Yeah, Hastinapur.
So I think slowly, gradually it will come, Mataji.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nothing to worry about.
But thank you,
Chalo.
Prabhuji.
Yes.
Thank you so much for today's session.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much for it.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Jai
Hare
Shri
Krishna.
Prabhupada.
Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Thanks a lot.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.